Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Trader Benny, giver of edge and king of psychology. In this video, I'm going to be talking about updates from one of the best prop firms, which is GoatFunded. And why am I doing this update? It's simple because there are videos that still have the old narratives. One of them is this one.
GoatFunded Trader partners with Think Markets, ensuring access to competitive spreads, low latency, and rapid execution. The firm recently migrated from MetaTrader to use MatchTrader.
Videos like that needs to be updated. Why? Because GoatFunded now has MT4. All right, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about, I think about 5 updates that I find particularly interesting. GoatFunded now has MT4, and there is a long list of updates which I cannot go over in this video, but I'm going to be going over 5 major updates. 5 major updates which I think is quite interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the website. GoatFundedTrader.com. Okay, so you can see this is really sleek. Everything is clean. Really clean. One thing I noticed about the firm is that they have very strong technology, right? Their coding is good. I mean, Edward has a software for back testing. Now they have a software that integrates all the different platforms, DX Trade, C Trader, all these things, right? You can, if you have funded accounts in all these different platforms, you can trade them together, right, from a platform that Edward created. Edward, by the way, is the CEO of GoatFunded Trader. Okay, so I think the first major update you already know is that they now have MT4. Okay, so you can see they have MT4 right here, right? They have MT4. Okay, so they now have, number 2 update is that they have in-house tech. These are the updates that I particularly like. That's why I'm talking about them. All right, you can see there are a lot of other things, but I'm not even talking about those things. I just want to talk about 5 of them. The first one is MT4 is now active. Okay, so you know how it was a big problem for a lot of people migrating, and they did that migration because, I mean, they had to, right? They were proactive. They went in, got the MatchTrader, they integrated with Think Trader, got all these other platforms. You see, why I'm going to be talking about the in-house tech is because it's a good initiative, right? It's a good initiative. See, what does it mean to have your own tech? See, and I think this is supposed to be the industry standard. See, guys, if you're going to buy an account, you should ask the guys if they have in-house tech. It's either you have in-house tech or you have a white label solution. Okay, so white label solution, you depend on a third party to take care of your liquidity and technology. What that means is that almost 50% of your revenue goes to the white label. You see it now. So what does the in-house tech means? It means that they created their own technology. They employ their own programmers. They get their own liquidity. They can decide to connect directly to liquidity providers. They control. See, if you have a problem with your account and the prop firm is using a white label solution, they have to radio the company. That's the third party. Let's say I'm trading now and I have a mishap on my account. I now contact support. GoatFunded will now have to contact another support that will now look into the solution, and that's going to take a long time. This is a disadvantage. What we have now is that if you have an issue with your account, for example, right, they don't need to radio anybody. They have the account, the access. Now, what is the cost implication of doing this? Number 1 is that 50% of the revenue will no longer go to a third party. It stays with them. But it is difficult at first. It's easier for us to just say, okay, we'll just give you money and then everybody will be fine, right? It is more expensive to employ the technology guys, the tech guys, all the gurus that are going to bring this in-house technology together, right? It's more expensive, but I promise you, in the long term, it's cheaper. So what does that tell you? It tells you that Edward is thinking long term. It tells you that he's not just interested in doing something that is going to just give quick results here, today, now, and everybody's happy, and tomorrow it shuts down. This is supposed to be the industry standard. That is what I think. What if MetaQuotes eventually somehow decides to pull out completely, right? They have the other platforms. See, they have other platforms, so you can see how proactive they are, right? So anything that happens, they are covered, right? They're covered, right? It has to be something maybe new, because the entire industry is only around a decade, right? And any storm can come in and hit. But for now, I think they are really, really heading in the right direction. Update number 3 is that payouts are guaranteed. I've never seen anybody, I'm very active on Twitter and on Instagram, right? I've never seen anybody who says GoFunded did not pay me. This is huge. This is huge. Because we know how manipulative some firms can be, right? Delays and all these things. And guess what? Update number 4. Payout on demand. Are you kidding? We're not saying 30 days. First payout on demand. You have a 100K account, you make, let's say, 3%, $3,000. You can demand for it immediately and you get it. That's huge. I love that one. Okay, so the 5th and final update is that their accounts are cheap. Honestly, look at see the accounts. See what we compare. If you want to talk about the industry standard, right? You use the 100K account. Their 100K account is the lowest. Now, I'll tell you what. See, there are a lot of other things about GoFunded which I'm not even talking about. Like, you can customize almost everything. Your profit target, your drawdown, you can customize everything. You can customize. You can choose. They have different. Like you can pick what you want. Okay. Now, this 2-step challenge is 100K. See, I am going to be as neutral as possible. Let me tell you the only peck, the only thing they took away is, instead of the normal industry standard, which is 5%, they made it 4%. But the maximum drawdown is still 10%, guys. They made it 4% instead of 5%. And what is the profit target? It is 8% in phase 1 and 6% in phase 2. That is 14%. That is okay. That is okay. So if you reduce the price to $3.98 and you remove 1% on the daily drawdown, I mean, if you're taking your trades and you're doing the right thing, this is okay, in my opinion. I'm trying to be as honest as I can with all of this review, right? So these are the five updates that I really like. GoFunded see, they're doing very well. I just have to tell you, they're doing very well. They're thinking long term, right? They're thinking long term, right? So I think that's going to be it for me, guys. So if you need to sign up, just go to the GoFundedTrader.com and then just make your preference and then get your account. All right, you can use the link in the description to purchase the account, or better still, just go to the website and then pick an account for yourself. So that's it for me, right? So guys, there you have it, 5 solid updates. Okay, So do well to check out their pages. Go to Twitter, go to that's X, go to Instagram. They're there. Go to Discord. Edward is going to respond to you. He's the most accessible CEO, I think. Yeah, so that's a plus as well. All right, so remember, I always tell you, diversify your portfolio. Okay, diversify your portfolio. Get a little here, get a little there, get a little there. All right, so that you don't get hit if there is any major storm. Okay, so until next time, guys, do have a lovely time. Cheers and peace out.